Hey guys, and welcome to Let's Play Ace Combat 5. So, in this introduction video, I'm just going to be talking about my personal experiences with the game. I'll also be showing the intro cutscene to the game. But if you want to get to actual gameplay, I'll probably leave a timestamp just so that you can just skip over whatever I have to say here if you don't really care. But anyways, so yeah, Ace Combat. This is a very special series that I hold very dearly, just as much as Metal Gear, but not like, okay, I to be honest, I actually hold Metal Gear in higher regards, but this series is still very special and close to me because it's a series that I sort of fondly remember because it's sort of one of the series that my father actually engaged in terms of watching me play or giving me some support and advice. Funny enough, even though he doesn't play games, but I'll elaborate more on that in a bit here. So my first Ace Combat game that I ever played was Ace Combat 2, and in technical that is the first Ace Combat game because of the series. The very first game was actually called Air Combat for the PlayStation 1. So I played Ace Combat 2 for the for the PS1 and Ace Combat 3. Mind you, when I was younger, I didn't play very well. Yeah, as expected for like any what? I was like maybe 5 or 6 when I was playing it. So I didn't actually finish Ace Combat 2 until I was like maybe 9 or 10. 3 I also finished like later along the line, like when I was in junior high. But Ace Combat 4, I did play it, I didn't finish it. 5, I actually spent more time playing. So this is one that I'll say it's my favorite out of the entire series. Like 7 came close, but 7's story just doesn't have as much of an impact on me as much as 5 did. So yeah, this is a game that I absolutely am excited to let's play and show you guys. So let's get this started. Oh god, controls. Okay, so just to explain the controls, there's novice controls, which means that when you turn the aircraft will tilt and bank left or right, but will never like flip to the point where it's like upside down or start rolling. So this is like very close to like Ace Combat 2 controls, because in Ace Combat 2 you could do that. You could do loops, but you can't actually roll the aircraft. And I kind of have to state this now because there are, okay, no shame if it's like your first time through. I get it. Like novice controls, if you feel that's like the easiest way to learn, then go for it. But if you're going to consider yourself something of like an expert in this game, you better be playing normal controls. Because funny enough, there was like I remember like the IGN review for like Ace Combat 7, the reviewer was playing on novice controls and everything like that, and the producer to the Ace Combat game had comments to say about that. And he's kind of disappointed, let's just say that. And even yeah, if you're ever going to use like gameplay examples of Ace Combat, don't watch people playing on novice controls. Just don't. So that's the stance I wanted to take on that, just because I've seen so many like gameplay videos of people playing on novice and people using like that as like Ace Combat like reference. Don't. Hell, just ask me or like anybody else who's been around with the series for a long time. If you want to know a lot more about Ace Combat, check out Ace Combat Fan. I'll leave a link in the description for his channel, and there's actually a very good tutorial that he's holding on to for like another former like Ace Combat YouTuber called Tomcat171, but unfortunately he disbanded his YouTube channel. So if you want a good tutorial, then I'll leave a link for those two. Okay, obviously I'm not gonna be playing on easy. Okay, I'm gonna be commentating, so I don't want to Yeah, I have to worry
15
about
years ago,
a lot of stuff.
there was a war. Well, war's broken out here plenty of times before. They've tried to invade the Southlands through the Northern Valley time and time again. Luck was never on their side, though, and their victories didn't last long. They didn't realize that times had changed. Facing one defeat after another, losing territory and watching their nation dwindle, they built up their industrial strength to unprecedented heights and used it to wage one final battle against the world. That was 15 years ago. They fought ferociously, but were utterly defeated. The Belkans then committed the unthinkable. They used nuclear weapons on their own soil. Seeing this tragedy unfold before their own eyes, the victorious countries vowed to throw down their weapons. The world was once again at peace. And thanks to them, it seemed it would last forever. On a distant island, far away from civilization, the protectors of the peace take to the skies. Red alert! I was in the sky, trying to get the training team in my viewfinder from the rear seat of the lead plane. My pilot in the front seat was howling at the earth below.
Give me a break. I'm babysitting nuggets up here.
Command room to War Dog Squadron. We have leakers, aircraft type unknown. Crossing the border at Cape Landers, bearing 278 to 302. Captain Bartlett, your flight is the only group close enough to make the intercept.
Baker, Svensson, go trail and stay close. The three of us will go high and engage the bandits. All other aircraft stay low and out of the fight.
Turned upside down, and my stomach turned inside out.
Sorry about this.
The captain's apology to me seemed misplaced. One instructor had survived the fight, but crashed on landing. The other one was killed in action high up in the clouds. It wasn't his fault that the unidentified aircraft fired on us without warning. Nor was it his fault that the low-altitude area where he sent his trainees was directly in front of the enemy. 8 people died because the command room had misplaced some zeros. That pilot in the number 7 was amazing. Did you see her fight back?
I couldn't bear to watch. Nagase, you keep flying like that and you'll die real soon.
I won't die, sir.
The only surviving trainee's voice was almost a whisper.
Are you sure? You look like you couldn't hurt a fly.
Her face was pale, but she still managed to smile a bit for the camera. The photo, along with my camera, was confiscated by base security. It was as if our little undeclared war never happened. I came to cover this remote island because I heard that a very unique squadron leader was stationed here. I didn't realize he was this unique, though. This bad-mouthed, good-natured old firebrand could take the greenest of rookies and forge him into a fearsome fighter pilot. Of course, that possibility vanished with the day's encounter. The only crew he had left now were Second Lieutenant Nagase and the few pilots that happened to be on the ground that day.
I know you don't like this, but we're short on people. Starting tomorrow, all you nuggets are gonna be sitting alert. If we launch, stay glued to me up there. Nagase,
Sir.
you're flying number 2 on my wing. Gotta keep an eye on you, or who knows what you'll get yourself into.
Okay, so
At ease,
okay.
people.
All right, briefing
Don't
first.
get too comfortable. It's a grave situation for all of us right now. Let's get this briefing started.
Another aircraft of unknown origin has entered Ocean Federation airspace. We have confirmed the target type as a strategic recon plane flying at very high altitude. Despite our repeated warnings, it continued to penetrate our ADIS and was fired upon by Ocean Coastal Defense Force SAMs. We believe one of our SAMs damaged the unknown plane, but did not destroy it. Radar shows that the aircraft is currently losing altitude and is attempting to egress feet wet towards the ocean. Intercept this target and force it to land for identification. Do not fire upon this aircraft until further orders are transmitted.
Okay, yeah, so that's the end of the briefing there, but I remember being a kid and everything, briefings were just sort of like in one ear and out the other ear for me, because, I mean, you were a kid, all you really cared about was, oh, I just want to fly awesome aircraft. So my advice, if it's your first time through, pay a lot of attention to the briefings. Anyways, yes, this game has its own lore and history. So if you want to learn more about that, I'll try sharing what I know, and I'll sort of like give like little brief summaries if I can on it. But if you want to get in depth on it, then check out Ace Combat Fan's channel, because he gets into a lot of depth about the lore. Roger that.
Looks like you're confident at least. Don't get separated from me. Man, I'm glad you drew the short straw instead of me. Second Lieutenant Alvin H. Davenport. Sip it. You need a nickname too? I respectfully ask to be called Chopper, sir. I'm afraid I may not be able to respond to any other moniker. That does fit you well. I've got a better name for you, but I'll keep it to myself. Okay? Ah, cut me some slack, man. Tally-ho, we've got company. Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
To fire until I give permission, understand?
Roger.
Good boy. Alright, where's Motormouth Chopper? What? That's your name for me? You got a knack for comic dialogue. Mind sending a surrender request for me? Oh no, please, age before beauty. I'm real shy around strangers, you know. Jeez. Testing. Attention, unidentified aircraft. Set your course for our beacon immediately. Good. We will direct you to the nearest airfield. Lower your gear if you understand.
Okay, so they're flying an SR-71 Blackbird. Now, if any of you guys watched my Metal Gear Solid 3 Let's Play, then you should know that aircraft.
Unknown aircraft bearing 280, altitude 6,000. Hold your fire until further orders.
Crossing the pond to fly cover for their spy plane, huh? Now there's a fighter pilot worth his wings. Enemy inbound bearing 280. Head on. You're not to fire until I say it's okay. Got me?
Got it.
Good boy.
So yeah, the SR-71 Blackbird is a reconnaissance aircraft, which is supposed to fly really high up into the stratosphere, so that pretty much missiles or other jets can't really intercept it.
Firing on us! War Dog Squadron, weapons safe. Hold your fire until further orders. Oh, come on! Those aren't blanks they're firing out there! Shut your mouth.
Here goes.
Captain Bartlett, this is Thunderhead. You are violating direct orders.
Alright, who's closer? You are.
Edge! Engaging!
We're gonna shoot them all down, kid. You mind if I grab this kill? I will, you know. Go ahead. War Dog Squadron, weapons safe. Hold your fire until further orders.
Turning to engage bandits.
Okay, so what can I say about some combat here? In fact, I'll try using the machine gun just to give you guys some advice. You see that little circle there that just popped up? That's pretty much your gun, where it's roughly going to hit. And what you want to do is fly over, essentially get that reticle to get, like, hover over enemies as you fire. Because bullets, they don't really travel straight when you're up in the air and moving this fast. Gotcha.
Whoa, those guys are really mad now. I'll show them who's in command of this outfit. Just leave it to me.
Okay, don't do this. This is real risky business, but just because I like to play chicken with enemy fighter jets.
Trying to start a war or something?
There we go. Come on, no, I'm gonna miss.
Watch your six. Remember the fundamentals and don't get too creative out there. Heartbreak 1 to all planes. Is everything functioning normally?
Yep.
Good. Let's go.
Fox 2!
Okay, I'll explain some of the military lingo a little bit after this. Or all in due time, if you guys don't know what the hell Fox 2 means or anything like that.
Sooner than later. Looks like we can hold our own out here. You guys fly better than I thought.
Come on.
Blaze, this is Chopper. Don't be getting nervous now. You gonna be okay?
Oh, well, I'm fine.
All right, I hear ya. All unknown bogey aircraft destroyed. This is your captain. Can you hear my voice?
No.
Hey, that means you can hear me. You all alive? All right. Nice work, Nuggets. War Dog 4, you still following us? Well, to commemorate the fact that we all made it out of that battle alive, I'm gonna let you keep your nickname. From now on, I'm gonna call you Kid, no matter what. Got it? Good. Yeah, I swear.
And you can watch your replay if you want to see how you did or whatnot. It's pretty cool, especially if, like, there's a PS4 version in the game, but you could probably use the share play function to record some of your gameplay this way. First few videos I experimented with, I did do that with Ace Combat 7.
Emergency transmission from Central.
The whole affair with the unidentified aircraft was covered up. There was even a rumor going around that it was actually a UFO. Officially, the world was still at peace. Having witnessed the battle myself, I wasn't allowed to leave the island.
Why do they even bother reprimanding me anymore? I know I'm gonna be stuck at Captain forever.
Who do you think's covering up the battle?
Listen, The only thing across that ocean is Murska Air Base. That's Yuktobanian territory.
But haven't we been allies with the Ukes since the war 15 years ago?
Yeah. That's why we got people working their asses off trying to confirm what the hell's going on over there. I bet they've got hotlines ringing off the hook somewhere upstairs. The government doesn't want to get the public riled up with all this, you know? But it doesn't matter. Soldiers like us are too stupid to think for ourselves, so we just gotta keep our mouths shut when they tell us to. I feel kind of bad for you, actually.
It's all right. I get to be with you guys.
Captain's probably hating this more than anybody.
Hmm?
He used to have a lady friend over in Yuktobania.
That's just an old war wound now.
Okay, so to dabble a little bit on the Ace Combat lore, think of Osea as pretty much America, and think of Yuktobania as the Russians. And I usually, now this is me personally, I don't know who else really thinks this, but I usually deem Belka as like the Germans. So you can almost sort of view the Balkan War to be similar as like one of our world wars within the Ace Combat world, which is called Strange Reel. So the Balkan War was actually, you get to play the event of that in Ace Combat 0. Sadly, I can't record that because that's on my PS2 and I don't have any of like the hardware to record that, otherwise I would. And a lot of Ace Combat fans kind of wish that Bandai Namco would like do a HD remaster or remake of like Ace Combat like 4, 5, and 0 for like current gen consoles, because man, that shit would sell like freaking hotcakes if that ever happened. So fingers crossed one day, hopefully. And okay, yeah, there's a file I was just playing recently, but I'll save this one. This will be the official Let's Play file.
A ship of unknown origin has been detected approaching the Sand Island coastline. We've confirmed that this ship has launched numerous unmanned aerial vehicles probably used for reconnaissance. The UAV will likely return to the launch ship for retrieval after completing their spy operations. You are to halt this operation by intercepting and destroying these recon drones before they can be recovered by the ship. However, do not attack the ship until further orders are transmitted.
Okay. Let's see. We just hit the 23-minute mark. So I guess this is a good enough bit to wrap up here. And I'll start this mission in the next part. So, yeah, this will also be like the first within this session, I suppose. Maybe I'll just aim for like 3 videos within this session, so including this one. So I'll catch you guys in a bit right here. So see you soon.